What's going on, everybody? It's Neil from 2AF. Weird things about the gun industry, part 21. This is actually a weird but cool thing about the gun industry that doesn't always happen, but it can happen, and when it does, like I said, it's pretty cool. So you've seen maybe some videos I've done about this gun. This is the 12.5-inch Hammer Forged Centurion gun we put together as a demo rifle for 2AF. And, most of it is new parts. But there were some used parts that I have repurposed, parts that I had not really been using. And that includes this Aimpoint Micro T1 that's on a Daniel Defense mount. Now, I've had this for years. I don't know how long, but I would say, if we can look up and see how long Tango Down has been making this IO cover, I've probably had the Aimpoint for longer than that, but I got this Tango Down IO cover when it first came out. So however long ago that was, that's how old at least this cover is. And that's kind of what this video is going to be about. So this Tango Down cover covers your Aimpoint, protects it a little bit from scratches, and generally speaking, it has lens covers. Now, when you get an Aimpoint Micro, it comes with a little bikini cover that, most people just don't use it at all. Some people just take it off and let it flop around here. But this Tango Down cover was kind of cool because the caps would cover the lenses, front and rear. And then when you opened them, they were on straps, and you kind of close them on one another, and they would stay open. And the caps were on here, just kind of clicked into one another. Now, however long that I've had this, those caps had probably remained open on these little plastic straps that were here. And when I put this gun together and I put this Aimpoint back on this gun and took it out to zero, the day after I zeroed it, for whatever reason, after having the caps closed for so long, I decided to close them. I decided to close the caps instead of, they had been open and snapped on one another for so long. And after I did that, I went to get it out of the car, a day later or whatever it was, and I had seen that these little snaps had broken. Just to reiterate, there's no telling how long I've had this. I'll see if I can look up and see when Tango Down put these out, and that'll give us an idea about how old this is. But that's how long I have had it, and for the great majority of that time, the caps were probably open and snapped on one another like this. And when I closed them, those little plastic covers broke. So I just kind of, with a razor, just kind of cut these off here so that they were flush and somewhat smooth, and then threw the caps away because they weren't really going to do me any good anymore. But man, one time I was just sitting there and I said, you know what, let me email Tango Down and just tell them, I expected to hear, this is too old, this product isn't under warranty. But I emailed them, and, I don't want to say it was a no questions asked process, because there was a couple questions. They just asked when I had got it. I said, I don't really know. I've had it for a long time, probably pretty close to the time it just had come open. And they said that they didn't see me in their system. And that was because I didn't buy it from them direct. I bought it from, I was a dealer for Tango Down. I still am, but years ago. And I said the store that I had managed, we bought it, and that's where I got it from. And, the next thing I knew, I had a tracking number from Tango Down. And man, if they didn't replace it, I kind of did not expect that. So that's a pretty weird thing about the gun industry, that, I could have this thing for 12 years, 14 years. I really don't know. I'll try and find out and put it in here. But they didn't ask for it back. They didn't even ask for any pictures. I guess they just saw the record that we had, the store that I had got it from had bought some, and they sent me a new one. So I thought that was really cool, and I'm very grateful to Tango Down for having done that. And I will take this broken one off and put this new one on, and we'll have a new cover for that Aimpoint Micro. Now, of course, this is the one for the T1. They do make them for the T2 series as well. I think they also make them for Trijicon MROs. So, man, good for you, Tango Down. Check them out. We have some of the products over on 2af.com. Head on over there, check them out. While you're there, get signed up for email notifications. And if there's anything I can ever do to help anybody out there, just let me know, Neil at 2af.com, or call or text 904-593-6922, or just get in touch with me on any social media platforms. I'm always happy to help. So thanks Tango Down for hooking me up with the new cover. So there's the old broken one with the covers are being missing. And the new one is on now. These are the covers I was telling you about. They'll go over the lenses, both front and rear. And whenever you want, you can open them up. And then these close in on one another and they stay like that. So, man, why aren't more companies kind of cool like that? I have no idea.